300 tells the mythologized story of King Leonidas and his Spartan warriors, who held off a massive Persian army at the Battle of Thermopylae. Faced with overwhelming odds, Leonidas and his men held the line at the narrow pass, determined to fight not only for victory but for honor, defiance, and legacy. But this isn't just another random war film with a bunch of half-naked chaps wearing Speedo trunks playing sword fight with each other. It's a thrilling war mythology in motion, based off a graphic novel by Frank Miller.
What happened was one of the producers, Gianni Nunari, we were in his office talking about what movies would be cool, and he had a copy of the graphic novel on his desk. And I said, "You want to know what would be a cool movie? 300 would be a cool movie." And he went and actually called Frank Miller, and he set up a meeting between Frank and I, and then after that we got the rights. So it was kind of a surprise and kind of frightening, actually, in a lot of ways.
Snyder's version transforms the true historical event into a stylized fever dream of loyalty, sacrifice, and unshakable courage. Every frame is drenched in bronze and blood, as the Spartans fight with brutal elegance against wave after wave of Persian bad guys, refusing to kneel no matter the cost. Snyder shot most of the film on a soundstage using green screens, with digital backdrops added in post. This gave the movie a surreal, hyper-stylized look, something audiences had never really seen before in a mainstream film. At its core, 300 is a story of resistance, a defiant last stand that shows the power of solidarity and courage. Snyder doesn't just tell that story, he amplifies it, turning a historical legend into a cinematic battle cry. The cast was mostly unknown at the time, including Gerard Butler in the lead role, and the visual effects were handled by the same team Snyder worked with on his debut. The studio wasn't quite sure if audiences would embrace such a stylized movie, but Snyder's artistic vision managed to pay off once again. Despite being a grand, epic spectacle filled with massive armies, towering war beasts, and sweeping battle scenes, 300 wasn't a traditional big-budget production. In fact, the film was made on a relatively modest budget of $65 million. Considering its ambitious scale and visual effects, this was a relatively contained budget, which brought back massive returns. The film grossed a staggering $456 million worldwide, over 7 times its $65 million budget, proving Snyder's Spartan saga had global appeal. Merchandising, DVDs, and cultural impact extended its profitability even further, cementing it as one of the most unexpected financial triumphs of the 2000s. This wasn't just a win, it was a crowning moment. Snyder had gone from a director known for a single horror remake to the man behind one of the most talked-about blockbusters of the decade. Despite its unprecedented commercial success, 300 received mixed reviews, with a 61% critic rating. While many fans praised the film's groundbreaking visual style and its faithful graphic novel-inspired aesthetic, others criticized it for prioritizing style over substance. Some fans also took issue with the film's historical liberties and portrayal of Persians. Still, despite the critical divide, 300 became a cultural phenomenon, with iconic lines, massive fan appeal, and a visual style that would influence action films for years to come.
I had 300, on my coffee table at my house when I was making TV commercials, and I'd have my friends over. I'd be like, "I'm going to make this one day. It's going to look exactly like this comic book." And they'd be like, yeah, sure it is.
Riding the momentum of his breakout hit, Snyder set his sights on one of the most ambitious and controversial graphic novel adaptations of all time. If you enjoyed this clip, you can watch the full breakdown on our main channel, or keep the binge going with the next clip.